Welcome to the Big Picture, episode number 29. And here in the Big Picture, we help you see,
think,
and act big. Hey Dave, how are you?
I'm doing great, and we have two lovely
Yeah, we have
guests.
lovely guests, but one is our imported co-host from Book Swap Cebu. So let's welcome Atty. Chappy.
Hi guys. Thank you for watching.
And for the first time in the history of the Big Picture, we have studio audience, which we can show you. But you can.
Yeah, but they're there.
All right.
Awesome.
So today, our topic is about working from home. How different it is to work from home or working in office. What are the perks? What are the difference, the benefit? If there's a cons, you can discuss that. And today, our guests work from home for 7 years. So she's the best person that we can refer to you if you want to work from home. If you want to, you want to emulate that lifestyle. Okay, let's welcome our guest for today, Geezelle Maningo. Hi,
Hello,
Geezelle.
everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Awesome. So now, Geezelle, can you, give us a quick run through of, how you got started to the online home-based work?
Okay. Actually, I was influenced by my husband. So he was my then boyfriend. He plans to work at home. Then I decided, I think I give it a shot. So I search for what work might be good for me. So the only work that fits me is writing. So that's why I applied for a writing job on Freelancer and Odesk, but now it's Upwork.
Yeah, what's your background, by the way? Like in school?
I graduated accountancy and management accounting, but I
Didn't went to practice.
yeah no.
And so
No.
after that, after graduation, you decided the path for you is to do a home base. Because what were the benefits?
When I was still studying, since I have spare time, so I decided na I'll find a job which fits me, and also working online, which is a writing job. You can do it part time. So kanang mo nang nag-work ko part time as a writer. Then after graduation, akong gi-continue.
Student at that time.
Not really. Yeah, maybe we can call that one, but it's just a side gig while studying. So then after graduation, so I have it like a full-time
Did you
job.
have a corporate background before you went into the online?
Actually, I don't have any corporate background ever since. Even OJT.
Even as a
Alright, yeah, I have a question later on about that.
Yeah. So I don't have like a corporate work background. So I started work. My first work and until now is work at home. But the work or the job is different. Before it was writing, but now it's different. So
Was there a difference as to the time that you went actually to work when you were doing the online job?
yeah, during my time, I'm not sure why it's like it's easy to find for a writing gig. So I get hired, but maybe the downside of it is that there are times when kanang daganan kasi mong client
Yeah, turnover.
or kanang dili mo pay ang client. So that's the different part of it. So you must really know
So who
kung
were your
to
clients at
check.
that time?
So my clients were that time they're US based, so has blogs. Then
Did
I
you
just
have
need
to
to write
adjust
for
to their
them.
time
No,
to submit your details?
actually they just give me time. No, you submit it on that day, but there's no specific time as long as it's on that day.
So you can actually write even during the morning, and then
And
when
submit.
the US
That's
clients
actually
are up,
client. What do you call that? It depends on the specific client needs. And it's
Yes.
interesting that Chappy is here because she never tried
I have
working,
actually tried
home
tried
freelancing
to
home
do
based.
Odesk, but I think what really stopped me from doing it was the many things that you had to do.
In the real life.
The application,
In the offline
filling
world.
filling stuff. Anyway, let's talk about your
So
experience.
so yeah, so that's what it that's it that's my freelancer job. So I was writing and then doing social media works as well. For a his business is like he's selling books. It's called Bibliostop. No, I was working for for a
The
company.
company.
The company they are like selling old classic books. So it's called Bibliostop. Hard to find books. Yeah. So that's what it. Then my husband. My husband then is working for an online company already. Then they need or they are hiring for a writer. So that's why I applied. I tried.
So you had, when you were enumerating them, you actually had 3 online jobs. You were juggling 3 online jobs. Am I correct?
Writing and the social media.
Social media.
So social media. So that's 2. So I was writing and doing social media
And
work.
you were also selling, or was it part of?
That's part of the
Social
social media. So that's my first encounter of working online, Odesk and freelancer. Then
How did it help you financially doing these 2 gigs?
so actually online jobs paid good. They have high rates. So and that's actually my first job too. So I think, oh, this pays well. So I think I will continue this one until the company of my husband is looking for a writer. So I applied for their company and luckily I get hired. Then that's it. So actually that company is still my company until today.
So that's a foreign company.
Yeah, so it's a US based digital marketing agency. So my first job was a writer. I think it was for 2 years until I report to my husband.
Just out of curiosity, how much were you getting for an
You
article?
don't have to share that, but yeah.
For an
Give us a ballpark,
Yeah,
I guess.
for that time, actually that time is you are getting paid per
Hour.
word.
Per word. Oh,
Per word. Before it's
This
per
is in
word.
US
Today is
US
it's
dollar.
per article. So before I think it's like $2 or $3 or one. Yeah, per
And
per
did
word.
you have a minimum word count for an article as a writer?
The average number of words is like 500, but minimum 350. But mostly it's 500 words.
You were a writer. Were you also editing the works that you were doing, or did somebody else have to edit your works?
The owner actually approves all the work before publishing it.
Just out of curiosity again, is the company still, still in existence? The first company that you worked for online, or has it changed its name throughout the years? Changed its brand? Changed its?
I have seen the Biblio stuff. It's still there, but I'm not sure if it's still they are still yes offer the same services. But my writing gigs before is that it's not actually a company, but I think there's someone who is offering his writing services. Then he is outsourcing the articles. So that's what?
Just the employer now.
Yeah, that's
So
that.
yeah.
I don't know.
So my question is like, since
would do it.
you've started without having very interesting because you haven't tried any real. What do you call this? The office, yeah, company here.
Office setup.
Work.
Yeah, so you
Office
just
setup work.
you've started home base, and I'm wondering, what was the reasoning behind it? Is it like you studied
What
accounting and you
particular
have
values
Yeah.
or benefit that you see that you think, well, it will not be achieved?
Yeah, because
if I were to
you
work
got
in a
2
physical
courses,
office.
and why did you not just let it all go and just had this writing job as an online freelancer? What made you do that?
So I think actually it's I am being influenced by my husband.
But I think it's
Someone's to blame.
done you
But what
pretty good
were,
influence.
how did he sell it to you?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, he's telling me not to do the work because we need to. as he say, we need to have a different line of job because it's safe. Because what if this industry will fall down, then the two of us will fall down. So we need to
Yeah,
diverse.
so, like, what if the internet will close down tomorrow?
Yeah. So both of us will have
We're
no
all
food.
laughing at this right now.
And we're-
So ironic, but I mean, we all had that feeling
Yes.
in 2007, right? I mean, in 2007, we don't really know.
2012, it was the end of the world, right? So,
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So apparently, but then you decided to like still pursue it.
Yeah, so I decided when I started the work, this is good. Then I don't have to dress up, go to the office
Take a bath.
and work. So, but actually, I said to myself, okay, let me give this a try while I was also reviewing for the CPA board exam.
Okay.
So, okay, let's just give this a try. So I'll give it a try. I'll do the work. Then traveling came in. So you have the money. Then I can do everything. So we started.
Travel bug, right? You have travel.
I have a travel. Yeah, I have a travel blog. So we started to discover traveling. Then we can bring our work while we travel. So this is great.
Awesome.
So this is great.
Is this like the time where you were still a freelancer, or you're already?
No,
working
I
full-time?
am already working full time. Within a company, a digital.
so did you
marketing
finish
company.
the review, or did you
I-
take the?
No, I reviewed 2 times. Then I did not take the board
take it.
exam.
Now, here's the question though. Like, what did your parents or your family or your friends?
I like that.
They thought about that. Seeing you, they might have thought you're crazy.
Yeah, because if you studied CPA, it's easily 5
it's
years,
actually right.
Plus
CPA is,
another year for review. Where did you graduate from, by the way?
I graduated management accounting in San Carlos. Then CIT. I pursued accountancy and CIT.
Yeah. Can you answer
Actually,
that
my
question?
family,
your
they
family.
are immediate family. Like my mom, she's very understanding. She just tells me na, Asus, dako naman ka. You can decide for yourself. You know what it is. So it's okay. So yeah, thank you, mama. But sa akong mga auntie, like, you're CPA. Then gani na gani.
It's like, yeah.
It's like, oh my.
Okay, so
Yes.
but you know the truth. You're the one earning the money, right?
Yes.
So you know the truth. My question is, did you somehow? I don't know. If I were in your position, I would probably have benchmark, right? My classmates in college, they're doing like full-time CPA work. Did you somehow say?
Did it cross your mind actually?
Did you somehow say like, how much are they earning now, and is it the same with what I'm earning?
Actually, I have
Or
not.
you're so pure at
No, I do
heart
not think.
that you
No,
don't
I
really-
think you're just competitive, Joe.
No,
I'm not.
I think wala na. No, wala na nasod sa kung huna-huna na how much they are earning and kanang
You're
compared
like your own
to
problems, right?
compared to mine. But most of my like classmates that then before, everyone is just, how did you do that? I want to work at home. I want to work.
Right.
Maybe I have a better job than
Yeah.
them because they want to work. But sometimes also seeing them in a corporate work, what if kanang unsa ka si feeling na kanang mag-uniform, go to the office, kanang working na.
Yeah, so my next question is, can you share to us like the good side and the bad side of working?
At home. Okay.
Start with the good.
the good
or bad news.
Bad side or what's the most difficult part in working at home is discipline. Like it's discipline and adapting because when you're at home you can say pwede rin na later. Though on my end sa difference of freelancer and if you're tied with a company is sa freelancer you have your own time project based so just submit it submit this this particular day and you're done. But if you're working tied with a company, it's just the same siguro in an office, but we're just at home. So I have a fixed time of work, but luckily, it's more flexible. Dali ra kami nga, pwede later, I will be late today, I'll just compensate it for tomorrow. So
do they have
even-
like this? I still remember you. Like you have a counter.
Yeah, you have
And you have to turn it on, and then
you check
in
the
some
time,
cases,
it's screenshots.
it's like that.
So
Capture
that's
your
also
face.
one of the difference in a project base and working specifically
I
on
see,
Upwork and
Alright,
or
gotcha.
mga
So
na platform
so in freelancer, they really need to see that you're clocking in the hours.
if that's per hour, so it
Yeah.
depends. So there's also they have per hour or per project base. If it's per hour, so they have to capture the monitor to make sure that they are working. But if it's project based, it's okay because you just have to give your output. But if you're working on a company, so it's a company. Even though you're at home, it's still a company. So you have your team, you have output that needs from someone, and someone also needs something from you. So I think it's not really the most difficult, but the most important thing if you work at home is self-discipline. Because working at home is just you have all your time. Na, I can do this later. I can do this later. I can finish this later. So there's a tendency na mapuno na tanan ng work na na later unless kung naka sa office siguro na kanang dapat ko din mo naman ka kung kay laing buhaton na ka din ha. But there's a tendency sa home na kanang mulax ka or matapol. But that's one thing, I think self discipline, because in my 5 years in leading a team, then hiring people, ang skills is matudlo ra na nimo, ang ma-search ka na online actually matudlo nimo, but ang self discipline mga character sa tao sa pag-work dili, because we have in the company before very 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 brilliant, but since wala ka siya character or self-discipline to do the work, so wala ra gihapon, hawa ra gihapon. So
It's
several
very interesting because a lot of people, when they look at people who are working online and working at home, actually doing online stuff, they look at people na, uy, relaxed kaayo, chill kaayo ang life. But it's actually giving us bigger perspective. Oh, you actually still have deadlines. You actually you have
Still
a
work.
ritual. So tell us your ritual when you go into the work zone.
Okay, so on my end, I work from 7, since it's a US-based company, Colorado-based. I work from 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. up to 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. So during the day, I have all my free time to do chores, like household chores and everything, and to do my blog, since I have my blog. Then ang sa una, katong wala pa gyud, like mo pag yung pag-start, so just okay, work karon, then stop, stop, then it's very messy kay ang productivity dili kanang ana gyud ang productivity. Then we start, and also kung may tag negative side, but aside let's kon sa gamay na negative side sa working at home, kay since naka sa balay dili kay ka maglihok-lihok, sa medyo sedentary, so you need extra effort to be healthy.
Get up, stand up.
Stand up, exercise. So, ang ritual nako actually today is that before mag-start ang work is to do exercise. So, I do exercise 4:30 in the afternoon. Then after that, take a bath. The same work mo to office, take a bath. Then ilis, then work. Then
Does
that's
it help
it.
you? Does it help you to actually take a bath,
So,
dress up before you go to work?
Actually, that helps kay ang exercise mo siya makaputol sa routine nimo during the day. Because if di ka mag-exercise, you still have in the zone nga nara ka sa balay nagtanaw TV. But if you have something na para murag mo siya mo turn on nga, oops, it's working time. So maka-continue gyapon ka, because at first it's really difficult on my end. Katong nag-writer po, there are times na magtipon og ang kanang naay work backlogs. It's because kanang feeling ni mo lax yun, nara ko sa balay, padira na later. Then ingon ana di ay. Then that time pasad is gamay pasad mi sa company. Then luckily I've been in a company na medyo growing sad siya, so na daghan na sad mi. So if daghan na mo mo look out for you, or daghan na kag ilok out pud tan-awon pud. So meaning ang imuhas ang work sad is murag mabahay na sad, or na nasimutan na kinahanglan na ni i-submit because the team needs that pud, ingon ana na. So nanay different.
Aside from discipline and having a routine, like what are the other things that?
Can you name another one?
Yeah.
Really quick.
Couple of things that what you're doing, like pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Ang pros maybe for me is the time, Because kung mag-work ko sa office, I think I don't have that luxury to travel ng murag 1 hour extra time. Then that 1 hour, I can write like one article for my blog, which is my passion. That 1 hour, I can do exercise. That 1 hour, I can spend for my family. Or if I have a kid, I can be with them. Then, ang cons lang good, siguro in working at home is that, for my end, we're lucky. Guys, sa among company, we have sick leave, vacation leave, paid holidays. Pero wala may kanang benefits like health insurance or other, which is sa company
buy it
nga
for
uban is kana. So I think, SSS Pag-ibig safe na SSS Pag-ibig, SSS or other health insurance is we have to pay it for ourselves. Then if we have to pay it voluntary, individually, it's more expensive than sa company na group na ganit.
Because they have to pay half of
Oo.
it.
So,
That's true.
aside from they have to pay the half of it, it's more
It's more
kung
expensive
group,
because
kung group.
they don't like the rates are actually really high for individual applicants, right, for health insurance.
I think we should invite someone who's expert with that. Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
If you will pay us.
So that's it. So you've mentioned the benefits. You have to do it yourself. Do you have any other cons for it?
Yeah, sa cons is that one and the extra effort to be healthy. Because I have
yeah.
I have so many
That's true.
friends working online that is not so very healthy because kanang dili man na kasi ibang house you do
But
the
it still works the
exercise.
same way if you're in the office because you're still sitting down in the office and you can be like, I've worked in the corporate world for 12 years and I
You're
think
not healthy.
I was really my lifestyle is still sedentary. Like if I were to fill up a chart, I would say sedentary.
Sedentary. But you have more steps than us. So people
Probably
working
like
in the
100 going up one floor to another. I mean, it's not really.
it's not really big. Okay. At least now, kanang, I know that because I feel that people working in the office because they are more active
Because
they
they
walk.
walk.
Unless-
they walk.
Unless your work like is like delivering package. I mean, that is like physical,
Yes.
demanding.
Yes,
like
that's
it's
the
not like 10,000 steps per day.
Or carrying stuff, right? Just
Let's talk about one thing that you failed to mention. One of the pros in actually working online, having your own online business, is the opportunity to travel on your own at any time of the day.
Okay,
If you want to
so-
pack up and leave and just go.
So let me talk about it shortly. So before when we started, that's actually one perk because you can bring your work
Anywhere with you.
But I think the cons on that side is that based on experience, productivity lessons because you have to adapt. If you are traveling with work, divide mo una. Will I enjoy? Then after enjoy, okay, work na sad. Then enjoy or work. So lisod. So that's why I always
Always take a leave.
I always that's lucky we have a leave. So I always tell everyone na dili kaayo
I'm not-
siya siguro di kay ko kuan ng nindot siya na idea to travel and work but productivity wise it's not that good siguro if you will stay on that place longer mga 1 month or so kaya since maka-adapt na ka kana but on our end medyo ang productivity mo ubos gid ang productivity
Right.
if yan murag dili niyo mo siya pwede ma-mix pwede ma-mix but not that much siguro
So maybe for like short-term vacations, like right. I mean, like it's not like flying over to a different place.
over the weekend.
Weekend over weekend. I'd like to zone into like one thing also for our viewers today. So one other thing that you mentioned is actually the travel time. I used to travel 1.5 hour one way and another 1.5 hour like going back. And so like you can just imagine how much hour I invested on the road, right?
Yes.
And then the traffic got really really bad to the point that it's so. But one of the authors that I follow, he actually said, if you're working on an office, better move to a really close place to where you're working. It's just worth the time. I mean, I don't know if you mentioned this, but we talked before. He said time is money, and the amount of time that you invest traveling is a waste of time. counter and my kind of like justification what I do after for that. Sorry, let me go back. One of the things I do in order to make it more productive is I actually listen to
The podcast.
the podcast,
Podcast.
like the Big Picture podcast. No, just kidding.
Yes.
Listen to a book, and I always end up listening 2 books a week. Because you see, I travel 3 hours per day. But the thing is, for you, I think it's very optimized. My question is like to help your productivity. Do you have a place in your house where you say like when I come into this place, it's just work, and then is it something like that?
Yeah. I have a working space, it's not a working room. Actually, we have a study working room, but my end, I work in our room, but I make it a point na when I am seated on that chair, I am working. Because there are times na if you're seated in that, then you are doing Facebook or anything else, you feel that you're doing something, but you have done nothing actually. So I make it a point na that's a working space. I have a table, I have a working chair. Actually, for those who are working at home or planning to work at home, invest in a good chair. So
I guess last question before we move on to our lightning round. So, what is your advice for those who wants to start working online or at home? You give them like how can
How
they
to
start?
start? How to start?
how to start working at home? Actually, know yourself.
First and foremost, before she answers that, do you think that working online is for everybody?
Actually, yeah. Working online, I don't think it's for everybody. It's not for everybody. You may have the skills, but you don't have that self-discipline because ako ganyan always balik-balik. Working at home, it needs self-discipline because you are on your own. Even if you're working in a company or you're freelance, you are on your own. Unlike in an office na makakuhit ni mo, wala pa ni mo nahaman. Though sa work at home na mo ni mga, asa man ni. But it's easy to alibi if you can see the person than if you have the person face to face. So you need to have a really discipline working from home. So it's not for I think it's not for everybody. Sorry.
So here is where his question would come in. If they want to try to do the online thing, tell us how to start it. Tell them how to start it.
Yes, as I mentioned, know yourself, what you're good at. Actually, working from home now is easy and accessible than working from home before. Though actually, working from home then, you can easily get hired because gamay pa mo. But now, the competition is really tight. So you must know, asa kamayo. If you're good at writing, there are so many writing gigs online. Know what you are good at. Then social media is really big now. So if you know if you just know how
Facebook all the time.
yeah, if you but not that scam or investing you have to pay money. But if you are on Facebook every time
Why not make money out of it, right?
So they have to know top 5 skills that they have to be good at. Writing,
The
you said,
easiest,
is
yes,
number 1.
writing.
Social media is
writing,
also
social media.
number 2.
English, not that. English maybe if you wanted international, but
International audience.
the advantage now is that we have local companies who are also in need or hiring writers, hiring social media
Are they
managers.
paying as much as like the international?
No, they're paying.
At par with the.
They're
But it's at par with like if you're going to an office.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
it is. And there are also so many companies now here in the Philippines, though it is Philippine based. They are also out looking for people who can work offline or not offline, but work at
Where can we find
office-based.
them? Did they post their jobs in social media? Where
There are so many groups in Facebook actually.
can you name
You
like
can just
one for our viewers?
there are
Group of Ivy Ruth.
The group of Ivory Ruth is
remote,
remote workers in the Philippines, was it?
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. We'll post it in the comment. In the notes section.
Show notes, yeah.
Show notes.
notes.
Oh, okay.
So Actually, I can't remember, but there are so many.
There are a
Maybe
lot.
I'll
You just
send
search
you
online,
some.
yeah.
I'll
Online
send
So
you
what
some.
to look for? What names to type on the search button?
Work from home.
Remote
Remote
workers,
work.
Online
work from home,
freelancers.
And
freelancers
also,
in the Philippines.
this is the most important. I think most advantageous is if you have a blog, even if it's just personal or anything. If you have a blog, because if you have a blog, it means you are a bit techy. You have an edge on everyone. She knows how to blog.
automatically
She knows
comes-
how a little
Writing,
something.
social media,
Social
blogging,
media, a little
English
technical basic
grammar, tech. Right.
basic skills about blogging or technical skills about blogging.
So in other words, they have to know what their strengths are.
Okay, so thank you, G, for that. Just to little bit recap. If you're interested in working from home, there's just head onto your Facebook account. Just type in join certain groups. There are job postings. You can just join there, and then of course, to G's point a little while ago, if you already have an online portfolio, it's meant to say like you have an existing blog, whatever work that you have, you have some sort of a online portfolio.
Well, basically, it's an online proof.
Yeah, online proof that you're already doing it before you get hired. That's a plus. Okay, all right. So thank you, G. And we usually end our section, this part of the program, with our takeaways. Okay, so.
I think Chappy should start.
My takeaway.
One takeaway.
I think lang with working at home. So kana two things. With working at home, it still requires a lot of discipline on, because again, I think this is what Jack has said. You're the only person who's responsible. Wherever you are working, at home or in a corporate office, at the end of the day, it's your productivity that always counts.
Yeah, so for me, thank you for that, Chappy. For me, my takeaway is that, and she might not have mentioned this directly, but I think the one takeaway is that you find the right client to grow with. And you've mentioned you've been with them for 4 years now. One of your 7? 7 years. So that's what I meant by growing in your company, because I believe the rate would have been higher now, but also you grow with your skills, because that way you feel you're part of something and not just you feel like it's the last day of your job. But with a company that you'll stick to, you feel it would be a lot more. You feel worthwhile with your time and with your progress as a online or home based worker.
My takeaway is one word: discipline. And I know, like G said, it's not for everybody because it actually entails discipline. I would say that everything, if you want to do something great, if you want to excel, whether you're working online or in an office environment or working in your business, it's very, very important to be disciplined, to have an understanding of your responsibilities and what does it entail for you. What do you actually deliver? Because if you don't have the right discipline, whether you're in an office space, offline, online, or in a business, you're not gonna excel. You'll always be an average Joe or Jane, right? So to me, that's my takeaway. Like right now, I'm running a business. I feel the same way as you do. Nobody's telling me, hey, Joe, wake up because you still have this and that. It's my internal compass that's telling me to do that. And sometimes I work up to 3-4 o'clock in the morning because my internal compass is telling me I should do it. I don't have a boss. Nobody's telling me, but the ultimate client who's paying for my lifestyle is basically telling me, and it influences my compass. So for you guys, my takeaway from that is like, instill that discipline, wake up at the right time, deliver more than that's required of you. I think you're gonna be a star.
All right. Let's now move on to our lightning round.
That's a sound effect. All right, so
Thank you.
G, you will be asked 5 very important questions. That's
I think we could skip the one thing because she mentioned the daily routine already.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's go with the first one.
The first one: what or who inspires you?
My husband.
Oh!
Yes,
All right.
of course.
Next one is
If there's a book
Yeah.
or 3 books or 2 books or a show or whatever that you think people who are working in your field or want to be in your field should be reading, what is it?
Neil Patel, in the digital marketing, Neil Patel, SEO Moz, Search Engine Journal, Search Engine Land, Social Media Examiner. That's it. For self-help.
Those are podcast courses and blogs.
Those are actually online website blogs or online magazines regarding
These
digital
are free or
marketing. Free. And also,
But they upsell, of course.
But you'll be in the
they're
funnel.
free.
I think I'm in the funnel because Neil Patel's page actually goes into my... For some reason,
funnel.
this guy, Facebook, you're doing a great job.
yes.
Anyway.
And his articles are great. If you want to be successful on your content marketing, visit his articles. They're great examples of
Awesome. Oh, I like that. I like that.
So next question is, do you consider yourself successful?
Define successful. If successful is being happy, then yes, I am. But if successful is reaching your dreams higher, then I think maybe a little more step siguro pa.
All right, that's good. And for the last question,
Okay, not the last question. The second to the last question would be if a lot of the people that listen to this podcast or watch the video cast in YouTube, listen in Spotify, they are people who they're outside the country, they left their family here, and they want to come back. And 2, they're already working in a
stuck in traffic
stuck
or
in
9 to
traffic,
5
right,
job.
9 to 5. They didn't like listening to this podcast. What advice can you give them?
Read. Read. Just read. I think that's the best advice I
Fiction
can
or
give.
non-fiction?
Anything.
I like it. Jim Rohn said something. Everything is within reach. Right now, everything is within reach. Whatever information you get, it's within reach. This podcast is within reach. It's free distributed. But the problem is, will you reach? And so
Yes.
that's what I like about that.
All right.
And the last question is the most difficult question in the world, right? Where can people find you?
So it's the shameless plug time?
Yes, it's time to. It's
You
time
can
to
plug yourself,
your blog,
your businesses,
businesses.
You can find me online. Actually, I'm online 24/7. I call it to myself. You can find me on Facebook. Just search Jimmy's. So actually, I have a travel blog. So if you need travel information, travel advices, travel tips, travel itineraries, and everything, visit jimmy's.com. It's GEEMIZ.com. And all my social media profiles and accounts it's Jimmy's. And if you're a reader or a bookworm like me, you can visit my Bookstagram account. It's Jimmy's Books. So there you can see post or everything about books, self-help, non-fiction, fiction books. But you can't see any Jen Green because I don't like Jen Green. Sorry.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, G. So all of those
links
will be in the
books
show.
mentioned, the blogs, we will add them on our show notes page. So that's thebigpicture.ph/episode 29. Wow.
Wow. All right, G. Thank you so much. Chappy,
Chappy.
thank you so much.
Thank
She
you.
asked really good questions. So
Yeah,
Really good
this is
give hands to
fun.
Chappy for that.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much. For any questions, comment, feel free to direct message us, send us a send message. We'll be there. We'll respond to you within an hour.
And
All right?
also don't forget to join our community page. We will add G there. Chappy
Yeah.
is there. So you can ask them directly. If you've missed, like Chappy is eager to ask more questions, you can ask it there online so that people would also be able to get some ideas out of you or out of our post. So we invite them there as well. So don't forget, that's the Big Picture Philippines. So that's it for episode 29. This is Dave and Joe and Chappy signing off.